Okay, here's a trick I saw a guy on YouTube try. I'm going to try it because the crank wants to turn when I try to get the bolt out. So I put the socket on there on the breaker bar, and I hook this bar here, and it's on the ground. So when I hit the starter, it should break the bolt loose. So when it says this breaks the bolt loose or breaks something up. Alright, let's see what it did. Yay me, it worked. It came right out. Anyway, now I've got to find a puller to pull that off with. And I don't know if I've got one. So let me go look in the shop and see what I got. Haha! Didn't need a pulley after all. It came right off. See right there on the back it says front. That's just kind of weird. It would say front backwards. I don't know. Unless maybe it says it on this side too and you can't see it. But anyway, that's the back of it. It goes against the motor. And that's what it looks like on the inside. Now I gotta take this cover off up here. I don't know if you can see that or not. So let me get to work on that. See the mess that belt's in right there. Great, googa mooga. Alright guys. Okay guys, I got the cover off. There was just two number 8 bolts holding it on. That's one there. And let's see if I can zoom in on it. Where's that? Alright, there's a water pump, and the other one was right back there somewhere. Yeah, it's right behind the water pump. That's it right there. Anyway, I had to put a Torx bit on here and turn this so that I could get the belt off, and as you can see, it was in serious need of repair. Probably never been repaired. Should have probably been repaired 100,000 miles ago, twice as a matter of fact, because this car has 230,000 miles on it. I thought that said night chicken for a second there. What does that say? Nicken, that's German. Should have figured. Krump, that's probably German. Anyway, I'm getting my hands all greasy and I'm trying to keep from doing that. But anyway, I wanted to show you. I put the bolt back on the crankshaft so that I could turn the crankshaft. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the auto parts store and I'm going to rent the timing tools, which is pretty much just a bolt that goes into the side of the block to hold the crankshaft at tap dead center. And what I'm going to have to do is take out this here spark plug right here and turn the crank until this piston is all the way to the top. Maybe put a stick in there or something so when it comes up and stops, then I'll know it's at top dead center. And then let me get down here. Ouch. From what I understand, that bolt right there behind the catalytic converter is where you got to put the bolt to stop the crank from turning at top dead center. So once you put the bolt in there and turn the crank to top dead center, it will no longer move and it'll be timed right. And then, oh wait, I think I might go ahead and do it today. I wasn't sure if I was. You take this here off, and at the back of the, I'm gonna short out my battery here. It's leaking anyway, brand new battery, I'm gonna have to take it back. But anyway, at the back of the camshaft here, there's 2 grooves in the camshaft, and all you do is turn them the right way, and there's a special bar that goes in there like that. When you do that, that'll be timed at the right spot. And then you just, like I said, you replace these belts here, and this is your tensioner. Once you put it on there, you turn it with an Allen wrench through that little hole there to tighten it up, and there's a mark. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. Find the zoom button here. See it right back there, that little doodaddy? You have to line that up. Once you line that up, you're tight enough and the belt's on. Then you go ahead and put it back together. Like I said, I'm gonna wait until I get the kit to see about changing the water pump down here. Yeah, that right there. I'm zoomed in, sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna wait till I get the kit. I ordered it from Amazon. I saved $100 by ordering it through Amazon, and compared to buying it at the parts store, which I'm not in a hurry, and I was able to get it on credit, so I don't have to pay it all at once. But let me go ahead and take this top off, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, guys, this is what a car with 230,000 miles on it looks like. This is the dual overhead cams, as I was telling you about before. These are the pulleys. I'm going to have to take them loose. You see right down here you have these slots. This one has a slot right there. That one has a slot right there. And what I have to do is to turn that, each one of these camshafts, where those are level like that, and there's a metal bar in the kit that I'm going to rent from the parts store with the bolt that goes in the bottom. It slides in there like that to hold those two in place. Once you get those two timed just right, and you can see that slot is off centered, it's not straight in the middle of that little end there. Once I get those two timed just right, and I get the bottom timed just right, then I can put the belt on and tighten these back up. You see where the spark plugs are? What a damn nightmare that is. I need to try and vacuum that out if I can. It's got a lot of sand down in there. Needs an oil change as well. That's some goopy ass oil. It smells too good either. Anyway, I might try to break these two pulleys loose here on the back end and adjust the slots a little bit until I get the kit, and then I'm probably going to call it a day. But just giving you a heads up on what I'm doing here. So if you guys ever have to do this to your, I think this goes from 99 to 04 Ford Focus with the dual overhead cam Zetec engine, you'll know how to do it. Okay, next I'm going to take the tensioner pulley for the timing belt off and the idler pulley for the timing belt off, because I got new ones coming. I might as well go ahead and take them off. Okay, as you can see, it's an off-centered bolt, and when you go to tighten the belt, this here will actually be in a different position. You have to go like that, and then when you go to tighten it, put an Allen key in there, and you push it, and it makes the whole thing move, and it has to line up with the mark. Anyway, there's the mark right there. I think you can see that. Has to line up with that. Okay. I got a wrench for this one. Find a socket. I think you like digging for it. I'll probably save these. I might have a project for them later. Ta-da! I don't know if I will need that spacer, so I better hold on to that. But it's just that simple. Idler pulley goes there. Belt tensioner goes over there. And yeah, this motor is nasty. Probably get a scraper and scrape some of that out of there later. I was watching on the videos about how to do the timing. They took these off and adjusted them and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I'm going to have to double check to see if I need to do that, but I think that they need to line up somehow. And also, I don't know if you can see that keyway on the crankshaft down there. That's supposed to be straight up. That indicates top dead center. I'm not sure if it has to go all the way around, if it's not top dead center or what, but they say if that keyway is straight up, that means it's on top dead center. But I think I'm gonna wind this up for now until the parts come. It'll probably be about another week. We'll call this part 2. And just FYI, all that dirt you see down there and all over the bottom of the car, all this right here, this is actually grass seed. When she pulled off the road, she drove through some high grass and she hit an ant nest, and that dirt and grass down there, right down in there, that's from where she hit the ant nest when she pulled off the side of the road. This car has a very low profile to it, but I noticed my battery is leaking over there, and I think my battery's either going bad or my alternator is overcharging. I'm gonna have to get that checked because the battery light's been coming on. Just started that last week. I don't know if that had anything to do with this timing belt going bad or not, but you know, one thing can lead to another, you never know. Anyway, the only other thing I got to worry about is that water pump, and like I said, I've got to drain the cooling system to do that. So I'm gonna wait until I get the new water pump, make sure it's the right one. I don't want to go breaking that seal, you know what I'm saying? But I'll show y'all when I go back in the house the Amazon deal I got. Alright, see you in a minute.